Good morning out there, and thanks a lot for joining us. This is the Friday edition of TVC Breakfast. We're delighted to have you join us once again for what promises to be another exciting and insightful ride. I am Kemi Foladiemo with Ibrahim Shita.
Good morning,
Good
Kemi.
morning, and thank God it's Friday.
Oh,
how are
God,
you?
It's Friday.
The week racing on, and so is the year.
Absolutely. We started off on Monday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Breakfast continues tomorrow.
It does.
And then just have a little nap on Sunday, and then you're back to work on Monday.
Looking like the holidays, the coming holidays are going to be
working
working holidays from what we are seeing. But don't worry, let's just begin the show right away. We're starting off with news from Kano State, where Governor Abba Yusuf has dismissed the secretary to the state government, Abdullahi Bichi, as well as his chief of staff, Shehu Sagagi. As well, this is part, according to the state government, is part of a major cabinet reshuffle. And this announcement was made by the governor's spokesman, that's Sanusi Bature, during a press briefing at the Kano Government House. Mr. Bature says 5 commissioners were also affected in the reshuffle, and they are the commissioners for finance, special duties, information and internal affairs, as well as rural and community development.
This cabinet shakeup affected the secretary to the state government, Dr. Abdullahi Bichi, and the chief of staff, Shehu Sagagi, and 5 other commissioners, which include the Commissioner of Finance, the Commissioner of Special Duties, the Commissioner of Culture and Tourism, the Commissioner of Information and Internal Affairs, and the Commissioner for Rural and Community Development. A host of other commissioners are reassigned to various ministries, and others are retained in their respective positions. This decision of His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State, is for bringing optimum performance into the cabinet.
All right. Well, this, according to the state government, is part of plans to reposition the state for good governance. But of course, it hasn't happened without reactions from all and sundry, even beyond Kano State, especially when you look at the fact that one of the big names announced there is that of the chief of staff. Yeah. And according to the state government, there will no more be the office of the chief of staff. And he has also directed that the erstwhile chief of staff, Shehu Sagagi, would need to, present himself for redeployment. There's also been news of redeployment of these individuals. Of course, we understand that there's also been some reshufflement, some reassignments, but as said, it's all in a bid to ensure that the government better serves the citizenry in Kano State.
Well, it's quite interesting thing to hear, especially when you have critics saying that we have over-bloated workforce and quite bureaucracy and then inefficiency in governance. I guess that's what probably is informing this. But it seems Governor Yusuf is taking a Mario Kondo approach to governance, scrapping the chief of staff role and reshuffling the cabinet. But, we don't know whether this will spark some joy for Kano residents, or is it a spring cleaning gone too far, by the governor, who is, doing certain things just to make things quite different from the Kano people. Well, it's quite instructive. But I guess some of the key takeaways for me is the performance-based leadership. That reshuffling. Maybe it actually speaks to Governor Yusuf's intent to demand accountability and productivity for his team, or probably the impact it will have on governance, especially removing the key role like the chief of staff. Could I also signify decision-making or create operational bottleneck for him if he feels that this is something that he can walk through? Probably it might be replacing that particular role, because he was actually relieved due to on health grounds, I should say. So what people will say regarding this, but also if you look at the political dynamics, Kano is a key state for the new Nigeria People's Party. So this reshuffle probably might reflect that internal party dynamics or preparation for political contest ahead, we do not know. But it comes with risks and challenges, because others might view the move as politically motivated or question the scrapping of the established roles like the chief of staff, ensuring continuity of governance amid, these challenges, would be very, very critical. But what Kano residents, Kano residents, what they will say regarding this, and critics, what they will say regarding this, it remains to be seen, because it just happened, and we continue to monitor trends. We
will continue to monitor it, but, come to think of it, yes, maybe in the political circles, it could be said to be the biggest story coming out of Kano right now. But for the regular people on the street, it remains to be seen whether that will matter much. We all know, and you've spoken to that effect, how Kano is such a strategic state, right, politically and otherwise, in terms of numbers, in terms of interest, even the level of political awareness. You can say that it's also, commendable and mature. So we wait to see how all of this will pan out, but inevitably it should be all about good governance. And so many information, so all sorts of reactions are now coming out from the streets, from circles. Some say it's manifesting the division in the NNPP, the only state run by the NNPP. It's also saying that perhaps it could also reflect a lack of, or otherwise, of cohesion in the government, especially with, the presence of the Rabiu Kwakwanso factor, who is dominant, which is very dominant in NNPP. Yeah. And we've seen the government always, of course, wanting to give him that respect, that honor. So it remains to be seen how all of this, will pan out. And what happens now that there will no more be an office of chief of staff? What happens now? Because it's unprecedented. If you look at it, from even the local government level, you will still see people occupying that office. Right. Now it has even come to regular circles where that office is now being, being elevated and, being respected and recognized. So it remains to be seen what happens now, how the government house will run now that there will no more be the chief of staff, office anymore. We'll wait and see. Our correspondent and the rest of the team will give us all the needed updates.